I have read your motion, Nicole, and you got a copy of that, Dean?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Anything you want to add to that, Ms. Howe, before I hear from Mr. Howe?
Yeah, just one thing. Since filing that motion, for the house, I don't know how it's gonna work because in our divorce, it says that it was supposed to be split 50-50. And since filing that, I have found out that the house is actually in foreclosure and it's supposed to be, yeah, it's, supposed to be an auction next month on the 5th. I have paperwork on it and everything. So I don't know how it's gonna work with it being in our divorce that's supposed to be sold and it's already up for auction starting on the 5th of next month.
Well, all I can tell you is that they will sell it. But I doubt that the 50% is going to amount to any significant amount of money because normally they buy these houses on a huge discount.
I know, but I have been asking him in regards to this, if it is in foreclosure and stuff, and I would get no, 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 no. And he's known since as far back that I can tell October of 24 and stuff. So I don't know. I want to be able to get my stuff out of the house. And he has since before, during, and after the divorce changed the locks and everything. And I can't get the rest of my belongings or my daughter's belongings out of the house. I just, before they take my house, I just want to get the rest of my stuff and my dog.
What's going on, Mr. Howe?
Okay, the home is in foreclosure. I have just spoken with the bankruptcy attorney about that, so that would actually stop the foreclosure. The one I filed for the bankruptcy, I'll go into a payment plan, which would catch up to your back money that's owed on that. Ms. Howe and I had talked about repairs to the home that needs to be done before the house can be sold. There are some expenses that are pretty pricey. One of the expenses is going to be hooking up to the city sewer and water.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me tell you this, Mr. Howe. Nowadays, you can sell the house really as is. But I don't know how much equity you think you got in there.
As of now, because of the what is owed on the house, which is $189,000 on the mortgage, and what is owed to the city of Wyoming for the special assessment that was placed on us when the city had put in the sewer systems and the drains and the sidewalks and new road. There's a little over $40,000 there, so that's showing us about 227. I am looking at Zillow, which I do realize Zillow does tend to price things very high, as being 287. When I refinanced this house 4 years ago, it was appraised at 267 at that point. I did, and we both had talked about it, and to get some sales, there's some drywall repairs and stuff that need to be done. Our daughter did have a very violent temper, and her room is in pretty poor shape with some broken windows and broken drywall.
I know that I get that, but the problem is that you two have a contract together,
Mm-hmm.
both of you, and it says that you're supposed to do things, and it's supposed to be fixed up and sold. There's no time on it, but when there's no time on things, the court will imply a reasonable time That was set forth in Duke versus Miller, 355 Michigan 540, way back in 1959. So I don't know what, I can't invent money for everybody here, which I could. But as far as that house is concerned, you two need to discuss what your next move is. Because I don't know, is your name on that thing, Nicole?
Yes, it is. And that's another issue I'm having is every time I try to go over there, like I said, before, during, and after the divorce, he changed the locks. My name is still on the title and the deed to that home. And he always tells me I have no rights to that house. And yes, I do, because I have a copy of the title and the deed in my hand. But he
Alright.
tells me I have no rights to that house. I just want to get mine and my daughter's stuff out of that house and get my dog. I don't
Well,
care at this point. I don't even care. And I want my car done too. But I don't know how he's going to do.
Hang on. That's what happens in these things. Is you say, yeah, that's all I want, and then you add something. Okay, so we're just done talking about the house. All I want is my stuff, my daughter's house, or my daughter's stuff, and the dog. And then you have to add in the ultimate, right? Okay. So what's going on with the car, Mr. Howe?
I need to sign off the title to the car. Currently, Ms. Howe has the title to the car in her possession. She has the lockbox, which contain the titles to our vehicles, and it also contains personal items of mine, like military records and military awards. I've asked her just to bring it back, and I will very gladly sign off on the title list. On January 9th, she had set up an appointment with Secretary of State for us to go and take care of the title to the car. I did show up there. I showed up there at 4:24. I did take a picture of me being in front of the Secretary of State's office. I went inside. I waited until almost 10 minutes till 5, which they were closing at 5 o'clock. She never showed up for that. I texted her and asked her about it. She's, oh, yep, I forgot. I was at work, so would have to do it at another time. And
Right. See, if I keep going back and forth with you, I'm going to hear more and more and more and more and more. This is, in my estimation, a pretty easy fix. I'm going to order that within the next 14 days that Ms. Howe be permitted to remove her items of personal property from the house, as well as the dog. I'm
yes,
going to require during during that same 14 days that you sign over the vehicle title. So what you do, Ms. Howe, is you bring that vehicle title over, and any stuff you have of his, just bring it with you, and he's going to sign that title in 14 days. So there you go. I don't know what I can do for the house for you, though. The house is in a dicey situation. First of all, it would make absolutely, if you only got about 40 in equity, I don't know how much sense it would make to pay for someone to connect to the water and sewer. That might run you a small fortune. And I don't know if it's in either one of your best interests. So you can go to the Legal Assistance Center, Ms. Howe, and prepare an order that says in the next 30 days, or I mean the next 14 days, I'm sorry, that you be permitted to go into the house to pick up your stuff, your daughter's stuff, and the dog, and at the same time have the Ultima title and signed over to you, and any stuff that you have of his, you'll return to him. So you can go prepare that order at the Legal Assistance Center on the 5th floor, and I will sign that. Okay?
Okay.
I hope it works. Good luck, both of you. Have a good weekend. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
thank you.
Hello.